Good evening, class. My name is Randy Wells. This is Discussion Board 6, Week 6, and today's topic is on Thomas Jefferson's legacy. In Thomas Jefferson, Reputation and Legacy, historian Francis Cogliano addresses a thought-provoking question. To what extent can an individual, in this case a founding father and a president, reach beyond the grave and shape the patterns of later historical writing? Now, considering the critical treatment after 1960 that Jefferson has received, the answer to Cogliano's question might be not much at all. Nevertheless, for good or for bad, the fact remains that Thomas Jefferson left an indelible legacy on American and world history. Jan Lewis and Peter S. Onoff in American Synecdoche, Thomas Jefferson as image, icon, character, and self assert that Jefferson is so identified with America that studying Jefferson becomes a way to discuss American nationhood. The constitutional guarantee of freedom of religion is one of the many legacies left by Thomas Jefferson. Daniel L. Driesbach, in A New Perspective on Jefferson's View on Church, State Relations, the Virginia statute for establishing religious freedom in its legislative context, mentions that biographers of Jefferson and students of church-state relations typically describe the religious freedom bill he authored as the pinnacle of his efforts to erect an unbreachable wall of separation between church and state, rendering religious opinions forever private and sacrosanct from intrusion. Aside from Jefferson's efforts in drafting legislation for religious freedom, he was also instrumental in writing the initial draft of their Declaration of Independence. According to Robert Middlecoff in The Glorious Cause, The American Revolution, 1763 to 1789, Jefferson composed most of this founding document, and it was he who penned the creed in the second paragraph, stating, "All men are created equal. They are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights." This American creed resonated so strongly it made its way all the way across the Atlantic to France. During the French Revolution, the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, one of the fundamental documents of that time period, was passed by the French National Assembly on August 26, 1789, and this historic document contained 17 articles and was prepared by the Marquis de Lafayette as well as Thomas Jefferson. Now, for a man so passionate about the rights of others, the rights of men, historians find it ironic and maybe even hypocritical that Jefferson apparently didn't practice what he preached. The fact is, Jefferson owned slaves himself. According to Nicholas Magnus's Thomas Jefferson and Slavery, an analysis of his racist thinking as revealed by his writings and political behavior, Jefferson believed fervently that all persons of African descent should only be allowed to reside in America on the stipulation that they were enslaved. It's this, undoubtedly, this revelation of Jefferson's way of thinking has since caused considerable debate amidst Jeffersonian historiography. Speaking of slaves, much has come out regarding Jefferson's alleged relationship with slave woman Sally Hemings, and the claim that he fathered children with Sally became an early example of political mudslinging by Jefferson's Federalist opponents and is still debated today. An article in the Thomas Jefferson's Monticello website entitled Thomas Jefferson and Sally Hemings, A Brief Account, reveals that DNA testing done in 1998 indicated a high probability that those claims are indeed true. Now, whether Thomas Jefferson did or did not father children by Sally Hemings should not detract from the contributions that this man made to the founding of America.